Hello, it's me, Annalisa from My Spiritual Friend. Oh, wow, there's people here already. Sorry, I'm 1 minute late. We were out of town actually. That's why I couldn't go on last night. And I had to get my 2-year-old down. It's me again, Annalisa from My Spiritual Friend. I am back. On Instagram, it's at My Spiritual Friend. Hello, Sandra, Nicole, Rochelle, and Melinda. Welcome, and whoever else is here. Oh, and likewise, Rochelle, she says greetings and blessings and good vibes to all of you. Hi, Tarina. Someone asked, there was one thing I want to say. Last week, I think it was either Marie or Maria asked a question, and I realized when I watched it back, that she asked a question and I didn't answer it, so I felt bad. Hold on 2 seconds. I just want to answer a question. It was whether or not her son, just in case she happens to watch this, whether or not her son is going to go to college. And what I got was that I feel like he will go to college. He may take a semester in between whatever he's doing now and going to college, high school, I guess. And that he will maybe start in I don't know if it's like start in one school and then transfer to another, like maybe start in a school that wasn't his first pick and then transfer into his first pick. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm really, really sorry I missed your question. Okay, let's see. Rochelle is up. Greetings. I was wondering if you could assist me with confirming if my car accident trial will go well to where I will get more money than what originally offered. Thank you for your guidance. I do, but I think it'll be only a smaller amount. It won't be a huge amount. And it feels like whatever they give it under, though, it's like under a different title. You'll get an X amount for, say, damage, right? And then an X amount so you might get like a little bit more for pain and suffering than you would have initially. It doesn't feel like a huge difference, but it does feel a little bit more. I hope that makes sense. I have no idea. What do my spirits have to say for my love life? That you're keeping it away, whatever it is, because I just feel anxious. Like everything I feel is just anxious, and like I'm like buzzing around, like like a bee from a flower to a flower to a flower. It's just that feeling of keeping it away. Like, is it here? 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 Is it like going from thing to thing to thing instead of just like relaxing and just enjoying the moment? I don't know if that makes any sense, Nicole. Hi, positive vibes. I have a job interview coming up. Will I get the job? If so, what to expect at the workplace? I see it like initially I see an older woman with that sort of reminds me of, and I can hear her voice. What is her name? Julia Childs. I don't know if you know the chef, Julia Child. And her voice, and it's really like this. And I don't know why that came to mind initially. And I think you'll be offered it and you'll get it, but I don't know that you'll stay there that long. And more so because I feel like you'll end up getting another interview and a job offer at a job. Like you'll take this in the interim and then get the one that you really want. And whatever it does, it feels like it's, whatever it is, I feel like it's a smaller company or a smaller amount of people, because I don't feel like there's a lot of energies around me. I feel like I'm in an office, like maybe it's a bigger company, but only in the office there's a couple people. Whatever it is, I only feel like a couple people work around me. And then there's this, it might be an older woman, but she like that Julia Child. I don't know if that makes any sense. You can verify any of that. That would be awesome. Positive vibes only. Hi, Brett. It looks like you might be right, and that I will be contracted for a different position in the hospital that I applied for. Woohoo! Thank you for the validation. But curious on how long before an interview. Is it in the surgery department? They're showing me heart. Does cardiac make sense? And I'm getting a 4. So I don't know if that's, sometimes this happens where it's 4 days and sometimes it's 4 weeks, but it's not, whatever it is, it's not going to be like, it could be that you have an interview quickly and then, you wait on the background checks and all of that stuff. And that takes, so that it would be like where you're waiting for like the classes to start for orientation. And so it's like, it could be like 4 days and 4 weeks. So like I get an interview quickly and then, because I really do feel like they want to fill these positions. And they're kind of feeling the flame under their dish. If you can verify that, that'd be great. Okay, love or career first, Serena. I'll focus on one and then, because that way I can get to everybody. You're welcome, Rochelle. Hi, Melinda. Let me know how it goes. Have I done enough work on myself to bring in someone new? Yes, but I don't feel like it's going to be the person that you really ideally want. But I almost feel like you need this as a stepping stone for more growth. And I see someone coming in the next couple of weeks. Sorry, I like your name, Smooth Operator. Do you like Sade? Okay. Positive vibes. No, I don't think you'll be fired. I just think that you'll be there like where you take the job and it's an okay job, but it's like, it's just a job. But then like while I'm there, I'm still sort of keeping an eye out and I look for another job and I get this interview, or I take the job and I had put my resume out and this other company calls me later, but it's something where I have like a second interview while I'm working here. But no, I don't feel you'll be fired. I feel like it'll be you leaving on your own choice. If anybody can verify anything, hang on, I'm just running down to see. Okay, immediately, Christy, I'll come right back to you because I just happened to see the name Smooth Operator caught my eye. I immediately feel like Brian is, he's a nice guy, but I sort of feel like he's kind of into himself. And I hear he likes you as much as he can. So it's not about you not being good enough or him not being, it's just whatever it is, it feels like he's sort of like into himself and into his own thing. Again, if anybody can validate anything. Hi, Christy. Okay, I'm wondering if the guides have anything to say regarding my health. Oh, I'm wondering if this was for you, because when I was coming down the stairs to do this, I felt like immediately respiratory stuff. Do you have asthma? If you can validate that, that'd be great, because I felt like all of a sudden I was like, why do I feel like I can't breathe? And that was not mine. I don't know if they'll have that position, Britt, either, but I saw heart. So I don't know what that means, but I saw a heart. So maybe it's like cardiac surgery that you'll be like, I mean, who knows? I don't know, but I saw a heart. But I do feel you'll be offered a position, so don't worry. And Nicole says, trying to wait patiently. My nephew moved to California with my sister very last minute. Is he going to be okay? Happy? He will. I feel very nervous, but I feel like he'll be okay. It's just, it feels like once school gets started, he feels a little introverted to me, but once school gets started, he'll kind of hook in with a couple people where he feels a little bit more, but the summer is going to be a little lonely for him. Britt will let me know what happens. Thank you. Tarina retracted her message, so I don't know what you said. Amy, hi, and thank you for your time. Can you tell me if my mother's house will sell soon? I don't know why they're telling me April. That because it's like I'm like that's like past because what I feel when they're also making me feel though is like it will, but there's some work that needs to be done on it. So I don't know if she's going to take a loss because of this work that has to be done on it. Does she have a basement? Tell me if she has a basement because I don't know why. Like I'm seeing the way the cinder blocks are in the basement. It feels like a sump pump or something. There's some work that has to be done. So I don't know if she'll take a loss for that needing to be replaced or if she'll have to replace that in order to like do this. And I don't know if she also has an oil tank. Is this an older home? I don't know if this makes sense. Okay. You're welcome, smooth operator. Melinda, I mean, he doesn't live right in your town. It feels like within 20 minutes. It doesn't feel far. Oh, okay. Tarina, what? Oh, thank you. I missed your question. I'm sorry. May I know what I can expect regarding to career? Immediately get bouncing. So I don't know if you're bouncing and they're showing me like a big bubble. So I'm asking them what this means. Hold on. I don't know if have you been bouncing around in what you want to do and you're sort of trying to figure out, it's like I had this idea of what something was in this like I feel like you're going to bounce around a little bit, but I feel ultimately, I don't know if this makes any sense, but ending up at some sort of a counselor. Let me know if that makes sense. Oh, bouncing around and trying to figure it out. Yeah, I feel like you're still going to be bouncing around and then maybe like ending up. I actually felt like a counselor, and I don't know if that means. I feel like you'll work with younger adults or like high school age. I don't feel like little. Does that make any sense? Let me know if that. Yes, he's introverted. You're welcome, Nicole. Okay, Amy, let me look back at yours and see. Oh, okay. So she has a basement but no oil well. So then maybe it's the sump pump thing that'll have to be replaced. But it just felt like, or does she have oil heat in her house? Oh, I guess that would mean she would need an oil tank or gas heat boiler or something. I don't know. But it feels like some of the like something like that will have to be replaced. So she might not get as much as she wants. Or it might be like cause like a back and forth a little bit, but she'll sell it. It's going to sell. Built in 1970. There's houses here built in 1970 that have all of these things. That's why I asked. It's not that it hasn't been kept in good condition. It's just that it'll be like either the sellers will be like, we want this replaced or the buyers will be like, we want this replaced or with a contingency type thing, but it's going to sell. It's just, there's going to be a little bit where she maybe doesn't get as much as she's hoping, but still, I feel like fair market value. You're welcome, Tarina. People advise you to become a counselor. Okay. Yeah. I feel like, so it's interesting because I either felt like high school felt very kind of far away, like maybe not a school counselor, but then I actually got like, I don't know if it's like a drug and addiction counselor or something with like eating disorders. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it feels like sort of a specific area. Thank you, Amy. Hi, Katie. Hold on. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, okay. Positive Vibe said, I believe you're absolutely right. I plan on moving to a new city in a few months and would definitely have to apply for another job. I will definitely let you know. Yes, let me know. Christy said, I don't have asthma, but I had a lot of trouble with my respiratory system when we moved to this house. Okay. So that's why I was feeling that. So It doesn't feel like you have mold though. So what it feels like to me is like dust. And it feels like, do you have central air that needs to be cleaned out? Because it feels like, because I don't feel mold. I literally feel dust. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like you produce more dust, and some houses are more dusty than others. It feels like you need to get all of that cleaned out. I'm looking up as if I'm looking at AC vents. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, ask a direct question. Whatever you want to do, Katie. It's like free for all here. I can see one for you if you want, whichever you want. You're welcome, Serena. Oh, it's a new build. Yeah. So I feel like it's dust. I don't feel like it's so maybe it just needs a really good, deep, thorough clean. Lots of dust. Yeah. So it doesn't feel like though that you have mold or anything, or there's like a chemical issue or whatever. Okay, hold on, Katie. Okay, so I literally just heard new love. I don't know if you're let me know if that makes sense. I don't know if you're rekindling or what, but I heard new love. You need one. I feel a new love then coming in. It feels like 2 to 3 months, and it feels like very unexpected that you may even actually, this may be somebody you've already met before, like through somebody or whatever, where you just but it feels like there's already some sort of a connection. Don't start looking at every single person and go, is it him? Is it him? Because it feels very unexpected. Like I wouldn't have expected this. You're welcome, Christy. Hang on, I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, flying high. How can I know about my living situation? Like what will happen? Are you living with your mom or something right now? Because I keep seeing they're showing me an older woman right now. Can you just older woman, short gray hair? Can you just verify if that makes any sense? And then I'll kind of dig more into it. Again, it's sometimes a little, because I'm not getting, it's like when I do my in-person as in over Zoom readings, I sort of I'm sinking in with your voice and you're there's not a million other people. So I don't need all of this, but, dude, positive vibes only. I literally just heard your guys laugh at you and does it matter? Hang on just a second. Wait, fly high, where did you go? Why did you retract? Oh, middle-aged woman. You live with a middle-aged woman or you are a middle-aged woman? And middle-aged as in 50 or 60. I didn't see so you live with a middle-aged woman. Okay, does that make sense? Then that's why I saw. It feels peaceful. You're just curious. Wait. Oh, positive vibes is just curious. Okay. No, she's in her late 40s. But did she have gray hair? Or because I see her wearing so what I saw her wearing was a long skirt. Just then. I don't see a change in the living situation for a year or two. A little gray. Okay, then I know this is what I'm getting. Your mother is in her. Wait, I don't know. Whatever. I don't see your living situation changing for a year or two. So I don't know if that makes any sense. But it doesn't. I don't feel like whoever this woman is that I'm seeing, it feels very quiet and withdrawn. And I sort of keep my own. I like things to be my way, though. Okay, let me go back up and just make sure I'm not missing anybody. That hasn't had a chance. Miriam, ask away. Oh, here you are. Okay, what will happen between me and Marwan, how can I improve things with him? Marwan feels very opinionated. Does that make sense? Like, and also like, this is how everything is done. This is da, 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 like very, but I feel very opinionated. Let me know if that makes any sense. You live with your whole family and they're showing me your mom. Okay. I see it changing in a year or two, but not before then. And you'll move out with a roommate, not by yourself. But it feels like a friend, like not a romantic person. Okay, hold on, Christy. I want to go back up and make sure I'm not missing anybody. Holler at me if I skipped you and I haven't gotten back to you. Amy wants to know, when can I meet someone new this summer? If so, when? I actually see the fall for you, Amy. Like solid into the fall. So like late October, early November. I actually think they might still be in a relationship right now, and that's why you haven't met them. Positive vibes. I actually feel a couple of years out yet for you for meeting the future husband. Hi, eyes like stars. What should I focus on right now? Middle. Okay, hang on. I just want to ask one. Okay, so eyes like stars said, what should I focus on right now? They say energy shifting, and I feel like a huge they actually are showing me like a meditation, like a singing bowl, and I'm feeling like when you say om and the vibration you get, and I'm getting it the way where I'm really feeling it vibrate is back in between my shoulders. So this is old communication energy shifting that needs to happen. Shifting energy, old communication habits that you've hung on to, and this is expressive communication. And also learning to be more receptive. They're talking about being work on really being a listener and listening. And when you listen, to understand that the way somebody is communicating with you, that they're not necessarily attacking you. I guess you're a little defensive is when they're saying that. You tend to get a little defensive. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay. Chrissy, not the near future, but maybe 3 years out for moving. I didn't skip you, Miriam. I answered your question. You asked about Marwan. So let me know if you think, because I got, let me know if you guys, it's okay. I immediately felt somebody who's very not controlling, kind of controlling, I guess that came out, but really opinionated. Does that make sense when I said, don't apologize? Does that make sense? I felt like he's pretty opinionated, and then I'll dig more into it. I just am looking for a validation there. Eyes like stars, did I just answer your question? Yes. Did that make any sense, Eyes like stars? Jose and Nicole right now. Oh, that's an interesting way of getting it. Are you kind of hot and cold? Because I literally saw brownies and ice skates. It's so weird. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, like you're warm and then you're cold. You're warm and then you're cold. And it feels like this very big push and pull. Let me know if that makes any sense. Oh, he's very stubborn and intelligent, I guess. Yeah, but that's like hindering him, and he sort of sits in his ego, Miriam. Um, all right. So the challenge in that relationship is because it feels like it doesn't have to, it can continue, whatever, but the challenge will be like that you sort of will, in order to keep the peace, which I'm not recommending this, but this is what I'm getting. In order to keep the peace, you sort of have to, you're going to have to like minimize yourself. I am not recommending that. They're not recommending that, but it's the way it is in order to keep it like okay and keep him happy, which is never what you should be doing in a relationship. So if you want to stay in this relationship, it's like you'll sort of always have to minimize yourself. And it's like feels like shrinking in order to save his ego from being bruised. That's the feeling I get. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, he has a very sharp tongue, and I feel like it's controlling. And it doesn't feel like a happy relationship. It doesn't feel like a healthy relationship. Um, you're free to do whatever you want, but that's the challenge in that relationship is what I feel. When will it just stay hot? I almost don't think it ever will with him. Of Jose, I feel like he's kind of this person that does go wishy-washy, and that's sort of like um, it's a way to protect his own emotions. Um, Hi, Sandy. Oh, hi, Yasmin. Okay, let me bounce back up here because I know I skipped some people. Nicole, I got fly high. Will there be a significant change in my life soon? Everything is so stagnant. Everything is not stagnant. They're telling me that you're in. It seems stagnant. It's like when the seed is when you've planted a seed and it's starting to sprout and do really magical things. It just hasn't broken through yet. Hold tight. It is breaking through. So just see that breakthrough coming because that's what I feel. It's like it's not. It really isn't stagnant. There is a lot happening for you. And there's a lot of growth happening for you. It feels actually about like 6 months out, but just trust that that's what's happening as things are kind of growing for you. Hi, Yasmin. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody, so just holler again if I have. Yasmin says, will I get into college this year? I'm seeing January. So I'm seeing like, I don't know if you've missed the cutoff or the whatever, like if you just miss it, let me know. But I see January. Sandy, will my daughter marry the person she is with now? So I get like a yes, no. So it's that feeling of like getting close to a proposal or even maybe having a proposal, but not ever going through. And I don't understand why. And they're not showing me why that happens. Hang on, Brett. PST. So Britt said my stepson was injured with severe burns from a car accident. Is ASD is I'm getting atrial because of the nurse. I mean, ASD was atrial septal defect. Can you tell me what your ASD is? He will get the help he needs, but it feels like I'm going to have to go through a couple things until like almost like I have like a therapist, not a doctor that goes, oh, you need this, not like a physical therapist or something like that goes, oh, you really need X, Y, and Z, and kind of points you in the right direction of who to call and who to contact, or even who to contact through your insurance company or something like that will hook you up. or maybe it's like there's this other person that kind of puts you through, but it's not going to be the direct doctor that he's with right now. Let me know if that makes any sense, Britt. I try, Mel. How many minutes are we? We're at 30 minutes now. So I'm going to cut the line on all the questions for tonight. I'm going to answer what I can with the last question going to autism. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why I feel the anxiety and like the sensitivity there. Autism spectrum. Sorry. Britt, I feel like it feels like whoever, like the therapist that goes through one will say like, oh, he really would benefit from this. I don't see him getting so we're not going to be, my feeling is not curing autism, right? I see getting better, and I see eventually, like within 2 years, which I know sounds like a lot, but haven't gotten through the right therapist or whatever that will help him deal with his fear now of being in the car. He has a fear now of being in the car, if that makes any sense. That's what I feel. But that's what I felt before anyway. Okay, so, but I do feel like he'll get the help he needs. It feels like, I don't know, the burns are causing like the tightness in his skin or whatever, so that might be causing an extra sensitivity of like not liking that feeling and causing some input issues. Let me know if that makes sense. High functioning, yeah, but still, from an accident like that, we all get PT. We would all develop some sort of fear triggered PTSD, something like that. So I feel like, but that somebody else will put him and be like, oh, this person would be better to work with him for this. But it feels like it's a little bit out yet before you find that person. And it's going to be coming a recommendation from somewhere sort of unexpected. Oh, so like, it feels like to deal with, because I actually think over the surgeries, like the issue he has here is more about, like a sensory input issue now because of the scarring or something like that, or the sensitivity. But I actually feel like the extra help that that's going to benefit him most is going to be for the emotional, mental, like post-traumatic stress type thing. Spiritual seeker, I'm gonna have you come back next week because I'm already over. I was going to be done with EQ. Hang on just a second. I'm going back up because okay, so smooth operator, quick ask, will Evelyn and Brian be in a relationship this year? I feel like no. And I honestly don't know if you will be in a relationship. I don't see that as a big, because he doesn't feel like he's focused enough on you. Fly High, since I've already answered some questions for you, can you ask me next week? Yasmin, yes, I do feel like psychology. Tarina, I'll answer yours. I'm going to answer yours next week. Since I've already answered several questions for you, if that's okay. You're welcome, Sandy. EQ Thunderbird, what's super big or small amount? Did I miss you? Let me come up and see what I see. Oh, here you go. My mom has unclaimed funds in a state she forgot about last 45 years. Do you know roughly how much to expect? It doesn't feel more than maybe like at most $1,000. It's not a ton. Definitely smaller amount. You're welcome. But hey, it's more than she has now, right? I know, Tarina, but I can't. If you want me to do a whole huge reading, you can do a private reading. Okay, so then I'm going to ask, since I asked the rest of you to hold off until next week, or only till Sunday, really. Nicole, good morning from Australia. Nice to meet you, Nicole. My first time here. May I please have a reading? A female coworker at my job is making me feel uncomfortable. What do you think is going on? She's incredibly insecure. And so she sort of, they said she's jealous, jealous bee actually, but it's really just you have funny guides. It's really just insecurity and projecting her own insecurities out on others. That's it. It's very, very simple. And spiritual sequel, I'll go ahead and just ask her since you hadn't asked one yet. Will my husband ever get better from his leg pain and back pain? Miriam, go back and watch because I did say more about it. Okay. But go back and watch. You can, I don't know where it was, but go back and watch. You'll find it. It'll be, you'll find it even if you go through the comments, but yes, I did say more. You're welcome. Tarina, I'm not, again, I'm just trying to, again, I have to balance and boundaries and all of that good stuff. Okay. Husband, back and leg pain. So I don't know if he's seeing a chiropractor. The leg pain actually feels like, I don't know if this makes sense, but like I feel like my hips are off balance when you're talking about him. The back feels more like a disc issue. I don't know if he's been diagnosed. Just validate those two things for me. Because I feel like, so when I feel like one hip is riding higher, it may be that your legs are actually, one leg is shorter than the other. But that's what they're showing me with the leg pain. Like it feels like, it doesn't feel like it feels like it's coming from somewhere else. It doesn't feel like it's coming like, let me know if that makes sense. You're welcome, Nicole. Thank you for being so sweet. You're welcome, Miriam. You're welcome, EQ. Oh, okay. They said nerve, so it's coming from somewhere else. It's not like really, does a back, what's with the back? Does a disc thing make sense? Or is that connected with from the stabbing that then caused the nerve issue? Because then I feel like with that, it's 10 years down the road and it's really just through medical advancements, but that he's going to sort of be dealing with some of it. They might suggest actually to go in and nip something else in order to cure it. Does that make sense? You're welcome, Sharina. Patricia, can you come back next week? Because I'm already at 38 minutes and I need to get going. So I'm just finishing up with Spiritual Seeker here. Just waiting. Spiritual Seeker, come on. Is there a delay? Oh, maybe you're typing. Am I being rude? Oh, you're welcome. Okay. You private readings, just so you guys know, I do half hour for 100 and an hour for 175, and I do them a little different than I do here, where I'm actually reading into your energy. You guys prepare by doing your own questions ahead of time, but I don't ask you for the questions. I sink in completely with your energy. I give you everything that I get from spirit. It can be past, present, future, from your guides, from your loved ones who have crossed over. It can be medical, whatever the universe feels like you need. So it fits whatever your needs are. And towards the end, I leave time to ask direct questions. And most of the time people say that I've answered them because I sort of have you guys set the intentions. You love him so much, but I don't know how long I can keep up with this. Yeah, it seems like a pretty difficult relationship, Miriam, and I'm very, very sorry because we all want it to be easy, but really relationships are what we're here on earth for, right? So I wanted to add this quick as someone asked, posted on another video, if I could do an update on something political about, I think, the Democratic candidates. There were some other things on it. You're welcome again. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. We are all in this whole big universe together, and we all have our own important place. Everybody is important, so we have to remember that. And what we put out comes back to us, right? So the political thing, I tend not to read a whole bunch of times. There are some people who, like, every time they read, they'll be like, is Donald Trump leaving? Is Donald Trump leaving? Or is, what's happening with this person? I tend not to do that because I feel like then I get caught up in the anxiety of it that everybody has, rather than just going from a really pure place when I get the information. So I want to sit on the Democratic candidates for a little bit because I keep asking them, I'm like, well, this doesn't look like what you guys told me. And I keep feeling like we're supposed to sit and watch things unfold a little bit more. So I might read on stuff, but again, it'll be like months out, not every month or two. I try not to do the same stuff all the time. So that's that. I really want things to work out, and I just want him to be who he used to be without any bumps in the road. Oh, what they just told me is that he's always been this person who he used to be. Is, when we first start dating and we first kind of end up with somebody that's like they're putting their best foot forward and you get their personality. And then when you settle into the relationship, you get their character. And sometimes their character and their personality don't really fully meet up. Thank you, Patricia, for understanding. I totally appreciate it. Come back and see me next week. I'll try and do it like I did today, where I posted a little bit way ahead earlier when I was going to go on live. So then you get like a little, if you hit the bell on your subscription, so you'll get a little notification as like an alarm bell or whatever. Oh, hence bell. So, okay. Thank you everybody for joining me today. And oh my God, you guys, I have like over 200 subscribers now, which is really exciting. I don't know why I've been guided to do this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it or where it's supposed to go. I'm just really enjoying it and hoping that it's helpful for everybody. Thank you again for tuning in and all of your love and support and kindness and appreciation and gratitude. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm grateful for you that you're allowing me to share my gifts with you. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. I will see you next Sunday night. I may post a video this week. I may not. I don't know. My kids are home. It's summer, all of that good stuff. You're welcome for everything. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Sunday. And thanks for coming to visit on a Monday night. All right. Again, it's me, Annalisa, at My Spiritual Friend on YouTube. It's just My Spiritual Friend. My website is myspiritualfriend.com. My Instagram is @myspiritualfriend. And I do private readings as well. Have a great night.